Oh, that's Susan Sarandon. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Welcome to the Asticast, the official podcast of the independent filmmaking company, Asti Productions. I'm your host, filmmaker, writer, producer, Peter Alex Gale. And since this is episode 1 of the Asticast, I should probably explain what it is. So this is a podcast where I will be chronicling my journey of making my debut feature film, which I will explain later in this episode and in future episodes as well. But basically, I was searching the internet for guidance, advice, how to make a movie as an independent filmmaker with limited budget. Though there are some resources out there, a lot actually, I didn't see anyone do it in this style. The film industry is quite small, but also extremely secretive. It is hard to get in, and it is hard to make stuff, in all honesty. It is hard to get from page to screen. It is hard to get your stuff released. So I wanted to make a podcast that does exactly what I was searching for. Give people guidance, let people follow me through my process of doing this crazy thing that I've decided to do for some reason, and see how it's done, basically, more or less, from a real person, a real regular person, who's trying to make his idea into reality. So here we are. And I am working on my debut feature film. It is in pre-production. And hopefully, with your support, it will be released in a theater or likely a streaming service near you. But more than that, I want to build a community with this podcast. I want to, answer questions. I want people to see how it's done. I want people to give me advice. And this podcast will not just be me talking about my movie or my production company. I'm also going to do interviews. I'll be doing man on the street style interviews as well. When we go to award shows, red carpets, I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm going to give you guys as much of a look at the kind of inner workings of the film industry as I can. Hopefully I can get into some of these events and record it and bring you guys with me there. So I want to kind of like democratize the filmmaking process, or to the extent I can, make it more transparent and build an audience and a community with you guys so you can see exactly what it looks like to go from, writing to release. So again, here we are. And thank you for joining me. Now, before we go any further, I want to say, please subscribe. This is a new venture, obviously, so we need, to grow our social media. And we do have other social media. We have a link tree, so it should be somewhere in the description or on our YouTube channel. So go follow us on everything. We're going to post clips of this show, like small clips on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and other social medias. The main show will be on YouTube because YouTube seems to be the format for longer shows, but we might simulcast with Twitch and other things, depending on the audience and the reception. But definitely subscribe on YouTube and follow us on all of our social medias, because we're trying to grow this thing. We're trying to get as many eyeballs on the show as possible so we can, get as many people interested in filmmaking as possible that want to see something like this. Well, here it is. I'm doing it. So hopefully you guys like it. And so I want to explain what Asti Productions is. We are an independent filmmaking company. That's how I like to describe it, because we make indie film. And in the industry, independent or indie means a few things depending on like the context of it. So I want to kind of explain that in this first episode. And also there's going to be a second part of the episode where we talk about like a topic of the week in the film industry. So for this first episode, I want to talk about 4DX theaters, which is like the best kept secret in Hollywood. Like, people, like, do y'all know 4DX here? I'm gonna put y'all on game. Like, 4DX theaters are the future. 4DX theaters will save the movie industry. What does the name mean? Asti Productions. It's a weird one, right? So I actually went through like maybe 10 different names for production companies. And the thing with naming a company is it has to be a new name that no one else is using, especially, in the film industry, right? And there's a lot of production companies. There's these big ones and there's lots of small indie ones. And basically every name was taken. So I had to go to a different language. So Asti is actually a Sanskrit word, and it means to come into existence, to realize, to materialize into being, into reality. So that's what I wanted to name my company, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do with this idea in my head for this film, and knowing that it's going to be very hard to make the traditional way, because I do not come from a traditional path of filmmaking. I'm kind of doing it DIY here, as you can see, and Asti just seemed like, the perfect word to symbolize that, because that's what movies are. They're ideas or dreams or concepts that start in our brains, and then through a lot of hard work and luck and miracles, they become works of art on our devices and in theaters. So that's what Asti means. And so with the podcast, so today's topic, besides the latter half, in the former half, I want to explain what is indie filmmaking, right? So independent filmmaking can refer to a few things, or a couple things is how I kind of split it. So you have independent filmmaking, and you could Google this in 2 seconds, but don't you want to listen to me, right? Right, of course, that's why you're here. So so independent filmmaking, or indie filmmaking, on the one definition you have is literally an independent studio or production company like Asti Productions versus a large studio, one of the well-known studios. You know them: Sony, Disney, Warner Brothers, Paramount. So if you're not making your movie with one of those major studios, and you're just doing it solely in-house with your production company or studio, you're an indie filmmaker. So that's the strict definition of indie filmmaking. But then there's the more conceptual idea of indie filmmaking, which is a vibe, an energy. When you watch it, you feel the indie vibrating off the screen, if you will. And those can be either with the traditional definition of indie, not with a major studio, or they can sometimes be in conjunction with a major studio and an indie studio, but they have the feel of an indie film. And so they're commonly called indie films. For example, I think Good Boy last year, the movie about the dog, I don't know if you guys saw it, but that is the most indie film that comes to mind. I believe the budget was $70,000, and it took 3 years to film. Now, I think they may have had a distributor. I'm not sure off the top of my head who it is, but that movie is quintessential indie movie. Very small cast, small, one set, pretty much one location, and micro budget. We're talking that is pretty much the lowest you can get as budget wise on a movie, but it made a huge profit and it was successful. So and it was good. I want to highlight the importance of just because the movie has a small budget, a good idea and a good script can overcome a lot of institutional barriers, like lack of access to financing or limited distribution. A good script will carry you far. So I will be talking about screenwriting in future videos, as I am learning about it myself while I'm writing my movie, which I am, and I will be talking about that movie as well. But for now, for this first episode, that's kind of what indie filmmaking is. So if that's something that interests you, definitely subscribe on YouTube. Check out our links in our YouTube as well to our other social medias. It should be below this video in the description. We're on everything pretty much. And leave a comment, like the YouTube as well, the videos. But also, I want to say, hop in the Reddit, hop in the Discord. I'm going to be in there. That's probably the most direct way if you guys want to directly interact with me. Okay, so now that we got all that stuff out of the way, the boring stuff, let's talk about why you guys are really watching this video right now, because you saw the title. 4DX movies, man. 4DX movies. Now, listen, there's a lot of talk around town about, oh, the film industry is dying. Oh, AI is replacing us. Oh, we don't need actors. We don't want to go to movies. We all got ADHD. We can't sit through no 2-hour movie. We falling asleep in the theater. It's cold. People on their phones. I can't. I got a blanket. I'm dead in the movie theater. No, listen. You need to go to a 4DX theater yesterday. I am the unofficial 4DX evangelist. Listen, if you got ADHD, if you fall asleep easily, if you get bored, distracted easily, if you can't stay off your phone in the theater, a lot of you can't, you need to go to a 4DX theater. What is a 4DX theater? That's a 4DX. So basically it means, 3D, we had the glasses, right? Like hella long ago. And 4D now, I guess they're trying to say like more than just, the flat plane and then coming out for your eyes, it's your whole body, right? Like the chair, the environment, the wind, the water, they got water in the seats. And it's not gonna be everyone's thing, I know. But I think and by the way, I think this is a Regal exclusive. So they're not at AMC, which is like, what? Like every movie theater should have these. It is astonishing to me how many people have never been to a 4DX movie. And if you got a weak stomach, it may or may not be for you. But if you want to go to the movie theater, because everybody's saying, hey, $20, $30, $40 a ticket, $20 or $30 a ticket, some of these movie theaters in these, these towns, which is, and look, everybody's saying like, look, $20 or $30 a movie ticket, you got a family of 4 or 5 people, that's, a lot of money. I can't do math, but that's a lot of money, right? I think. So it's like, listen, how can we make the theater experience worth it? Build 4DX theaters in every theater across this beautiful nation and all over the world. And it's even crazier because only, I think, one movie is playing at a time in a 4DX theater. I think most theaters only have one 4DX theater in the theater, and then it's only one movie at a time. So it's like, people haven't seen this yet. Okay, so I got to tell y'all, I just saw Avatar Fire and Ash not too long ago in 4DX. When I tell you that I was Jake Sully on Toruk Makto, okay, I was Toruk Makto. Okay, y'all don't understand. So the 4DX, so spoiler for Avatar, he rides a thing, like basically a pterodactyl, but it's red, right? And it eats the other pterodactyls. So it's like the odd pterodactyl out, and his name is Toruk Makto, okay? And he rides this thing, and it's very violent. This thing rides like a bat out of hell, okay? And so you're watching it in 4DX. Listen, you are Toruk Makto. You are riding the Toruk Makto. You feel the wind. You feel the water. The seat is jerking you. Okay. If you got popcorn, you might want to put it down because you're gonna be fishing it out of your pants. No, really. Like 4DX is so good. It's so good, but you can't eat and drink. I mean, you can, but it's like, listen, you take your chances. But it's dope. Have you ever been to like Star Tours? Like, okay, if you've been to Star Tours in Disneyland, it's like that. But that's kind of honestly mild compared to some of these movies. Now, I've seen a few movies in 4DX, and when I tell you, it can make a otherwise lackluster movie like infinitely better. I saw Snow White last year in 4DX. Now, look, the movie has its issues. Okay, it's not a perfect film, and the dwarves are it was jarring, right? But like you get used to that. And in 4DX, when I saw it, it was like it was. I loved it. Now I can imagine a different version of me not seeing it in 4DX, not got the wind blowing on me. When the Wicked Witch, not the Wicked Witch, that's Wicked. Her name was just Evil Witch. It was Gal Gadot, return the stone, I have to get back to what is it? Kalel, no! No. Shout out to her. Listen though, okay, so he's riding, the wind is hitting, the water's splashing on you, your drink's spilling, you spilled it in your neighbor's lap, he don't care, he's having a good time, okay? You're jerking violently. It's and I say violently because it is violent, but in a fun way. No, all these need to be in every movie, in every theater all across the country. This will revitalize the film industry. Like, you heard it from here first, okay? If they start doing this, I don't need a part of them. I just shout me out. Please just direct people to this channel, whoever sees this and has this idea. 40X movies, like, they put you in the movie, basically, right? In not so many words. Versus a regular movie experience. Now, everybody's crazy about IMAX. Look, IMAX is cool. It's a very large screen with very loud sounds. That's cool, right? But 40X is different. It's the logical next step, right? I'm watching a movie, right? Me and the movie, it's a 2D experience. Why wouldn't I want to elevate that experience and rearrange my organs a little bit, right? I want that chair to move me like I'm on a mechanical bull. I want that water splashed in my face. I don't know what kind of water that is. I don't know what that water's been. But I'll tell you what, you ain't gonna fall asleep when you got water splashing in your face and the wind blows. And by the way, we all know movie theaters are extremely freezing, right? So imagine just the default level of freeze plus, right, when Toru Kumakoto is flying on Toru Kumakoto, right? Actually, I forget. I don't know if he's Toru Kumakoto or if the thing is Toru Kumakoto, but they're just going to be both Toru Kumakoto for the purposes of this video. But listen, and then you had the final scene with I don't know what that was. It was like a vortex or something, and they're fighting, and there's fire, and it was just like an assault on the senses in the best way, and you can feel it, and you don't fall asleep. People with ADHD, people who get bored in movies, people who like to get cozy and like take a nap, because people do that. They go to the movies and it's like a good place to nap. Really, you're not gonna fall asleep in a 40X movie. It's too much. It's too much going on. It's hitting you physically. It's hitting your sense of touch. It's jerking you around. It's like a roller coaster, honestly. And I feel like, if you're looking for, and they're not that much more expensive than a regular movie theater ticket. So I feel like if you feel like, a regular movie theater ticket is not worth it for you because, you just go and you watch it and you go home and you might fall asleep, go for the 40X, or movie theaters make more 40X for people to have that option, because you will not feel like you didn't get your money's worth if you go to a 40X screening. I can almost guarantee it. Okay. Now, there might be some people out there, I said almost, because there might be some people out there who are like, resistant to getting jerked around and water sprayed in their face and wind blowing everywhere. And maybe some people don't like that, and maybe it's not for them. But, if you go in with the spirit of like, I'm here to experience this movie. I'm here to feel like I'm in this movie. I want to feel what the characters are feeling. That's the best way to put it. That's 40X. The technology is here. It's just, for some reason, it's not been invested. And it's few and far between. And I know so many people who are cinephiles who like going to movies, and they haven't even been to a 40X. I'm like, what y'all doing? So 40X movies of the future. They're going to say the film industry. Gen Z, listen, ADHD is real. But there is, look, because I know it's like, people say like the younger generation doesn't like movies anymore because they're boring. Not 40X. Theirs are not boring. So I've seen Avatar, I've seen Superman. Every big movie that comes out, I'm going to try to see in 40X from now on, because that's where you really feel like you're getting your money's worth, and that movie experience is an experience. It's hitting. So listen, you heard it from here. Just give me credit, give me my props. I don't need no cut. But 40X movies are the future. They will save the film industry if they are properly invested in and they are multiplied throughout this beautiful country and world. Then I guarantee interest in movies and movie theaters will skyrocket. Now, there's other things that people got to work on in movie theaters. Everybody knows the problem with movie theaters, okay? People on the phones and the sticky floors, and okay, but 40X makes up a lot for that. And you know, a lot of people might think, oh, you know, that sounds like you know, too much, you know, for a movie. But every screen I've been to, people are into it, and the theaters are packed. Maybe because I only go to popular movies, but I think once you've done it once, you go in knowing what it's going to be. So it's kind of like a known quantity or a known risk, and you can enjoy it for what it is. And for the first time, it's gonna rock you. Like, that ass, don't bring an icy. I mean, you know, don't like hold it while you're watching the movie, because you will spill it into your lap, and you'll be driving home with sticky pants. If you're wearing pants, hopefully you are. But no. So 40X movies, I'm the ultimate evangelist for 40X movies. When I put my movie out, I'm gonna see if I can get it in 40X. I'm gonna see if I can release it in 40X. Probably not, but they need to be built. They need to be. We need to make them like railroads. Okay, like 40X movies. Go see one, and come back to this video, or come back to the latest video that I post, and comment, "Hey, I just saw my first 40X movie. Peter, you the GOAT. You were right. I'm only seeing movies in 40X from now on." That's what you're going to say, most likely. Now, you might hate it. A certain portion of the population is not going to be into it, in all seriousness, because it is like a roller coaster. So if you don't like roller coasters, if you don't like getting jerked around, it's not for you. But I'll say this. Look, I can't watch movies like Avatar in a regular setting anymore, because after you see 40X, it just ruins the normal viewing experience for you. You know, it's so good. It's like, and then you will watch it and you're just like, oh, this is cool, but like, man, I wish the chair was jerking, you know, or I wish the blend, you know, like just watch it. Like, wherever you are, Google that, closest 40X near me. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Just go do it. Tell them I sent you. Come back to this movie. Tell me how this video, or the next video I post, tell me how it was. You're going to love it. All right. So that's the show. That's episode 1. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. We're trying to grow it. Like the video, drop a comment. What do you like? What do you don't like? Give me your notes. Hate on me. Whatever you want to do. Ask me questions. Our social media is like whatever you like. So we're going to be posting full episodes of the Asticast only to YouTube, but we will be doing live streams, and we'll see if we can, like I said, simulcast on YouTube, and if people are on it, Twitch, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. And then and maybe Instagram lives as well, and maybe TikTok lives as well. We'll see how, if we can simulcast. But for now, the full shows will be on YouTube, and the clips will go on shorter, format, vertical format on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and upscrolled. Don't sleep on upscrolled. And yeah, man, like, we're gonna grow the channel. We're gonna build this community, this filmmaking community, film lovers community, cinephile community, casual community. All are welcome, please. This is rated E for everyone here on the Asti production. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We look forward to growing this community with you guys. It's gonna be fun. We have some fun out here, right? That's what life is about. But yeah, so definitely subscribe and listen. Remember, you can just do things. Peace.